Johnny.
Real nigga shit. Other night at your crib, it was like me, black. We just sitting there talking about life. Play some beats. But I forgot to tell you one thing.
DJ.com.
Welcome, everyone. It's the night we've all been waiting for. The college tournament finale is upon us. And for two teams, this marks the end of an incredible journey. And the energy is contagious here in the building. Along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan. We'll see the Wisconsin Badgers and the Michigan Wolverines.
Kevin, this is the night where we are going to see some intense basketball. High energy, lay it all out on the line for college hoops. Everything these young players have worked towards their entire life comes down to this exact moment.
And you can bet, Clark, that each and every player here tonight feels the importance of this game like no other in their lives, really. A big key in coming through in a big game like this is how well you can compose yourself. How do you handle the pressure of the big stage? We'll find out soon enough which of these teams has the ability to harness all of that raw energy and focus on getting the job done.
And Wisconsin, looking at who they've got. We've got Kaminsky. Hawkins is out there with Hill. Then it's Decker, and it's Evans in at the power forward. Decker can't hit.
And with any championship game, you know that every player is going to have their heart racing for the first few minutes. That's just natural. That's adrenaline. They'll need to remain calm, though, and let the game come to them and kind of ease into it.
And one guy, guys, I'll keep an eye on, and this one is Freak. He is the consummate leader for his team. He can come out strong and play his game while keeping his intensity level up. It'll be just what they need to claim the title. And not many people know this, but the Badgers do have one college title in their trophy case. Won the tournament back in 1941. A different time back then, but a title nevertheless.
No good. That's miss number 2. He's 1 for 3. Brooks against Hawkins. And Brooks gets it to go.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
Evans, a screen on Brooks. Pass to Evans. Takes a shot at the elbow, and he knocks down the jumper.
I don't know. Maybe they're still working out the kinks on D because that clearly was a breakdown.
On defense, Wisconsin.
You know, one of the big questions on everybody's mind in this game is whether or not Freak will stay on for another year or go pro. I mean, usually a player with his upside would be a lock to be a one and done, but he's giving serious thought to staying.
And Freak is a guy who clearly values the scholastic aspect of collegiate sports, so it makes sense for him to think about staying beyond this season. Still, with Freak's draft stock rising, this could be his final game as a collegiate player.
Guys, that time he went for the fancy finish for us there, man. That was sweet.
Teams changing it up here. There's the screen. Hawkins kicks to Wade. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
Yeah, it's just a smart shot, taking advantage of the mismatch.
Well, with a stroke like that and the height advantage as well, the mid-range J is almost a gimme.
Brooks has gone 2 for 5 tonight. Brooks, he's in at shooting guard. Cunningham is out there with Jefferson, and it's Taylor in at the 5. Home in the paint.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
Yeah, unnecessary. I mean, make them earn those points from deep. Don't give them to them free at the line.
So Michigan ends up going with the new group, and the Badgers with some changes. The Badgers leading by 9, and for the Badgers, we've got Hawkins, also Peyton out there. Decker is out there with Dawkins, and it's Walker in at the power forward. Now, here's Decker. They lead by their biggest margin of the game, 9. Dawkins, good.
And this collapse we've seen by their interior defense, it's really the reason why they've struggled and are in such a hole. And as we see Freak and his team go for the title here, he is trying to repeat what he did just a year ago. He was able to lead his high school to the PSAL championship.
Well, Greg, he was a 4-time All-American selection in high school and a unanimous one at that. He's won state titles before, but this is a different animal than high school.
And the Badgers with possession here. The Wolverines making their last shot. Brooks with no one around. Brooks can't get that one to fall.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Now, here's Decker, covered by Smith. 6 to shoot. Wisconsin needs to get off a shot. That's good. Hawkins has got himself on the board with 3 there.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft.
So we've reached the end of the first half of play. It's the Badgers. They lead by 12. Rip. And welcome back. We're just about ready to get going with the second half of a historical championship game. For those just tuning in, this is Kevin Harlan, pleased to be alongside Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony as we get set to watch how the college basketball season will end.
Brad Jones.
And not exactly the start they were looking for, but there's still a lot of basketball left. You have to think they'll be mixing things up a little bit in terms of adjustments.
Well, Greg, I tell you what, the hole is deep, and if they want to hoist that trophy at the end of the game, they've got to get more from their star player, Freak. He's got to take over.
Brooks in at 2 guard. Smith is out there with Ellis. Then there's Flash, and it's Jones in at the 3 spot. And Wisconsin looking at who they've got. They've got Hill. He's out there with Hawkins. Kaminsky out there with Decker. And it's Evans in at the 4 spot. Lets it go from 11. And he can't bank that one in. And now Brooks running the floor all by himself. The offensive rebound. Here's Jones. And so he earns a trip to the line. Official saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
And he can't hit the second. The Badgers leading by 9. There's Decker. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Decker's got 7 points.
And he can time his passes so perfectly. Wow, what an assist. And what a journey it has been, really, for this whole team to make it to the college championship, especially for Freak. A few bumps in the road for him, but what a story.
Greg, you get the feeling that it's only the beginning. I mean, the way he plays and the accolades he has, I mean, you can see him having a long and productive career at the pro level.
The Badgers making a switch here. Conley's checked in. And that one's good. 8 points for him.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
Michigan trails by 13. Brooks from outside. That's good.
What are you going to do defensively? Such separation with the height advantage in that matchup.
Brooks against Hill. And the foul called on Freak. And that'll be his third foul so far. The Badgers leading by 10. Brooks in at shooting guard. White is out there with Smith. And there's Flash, and it's Knight in at the small forward. Kaminsky sets the pick for Hill. They set the pick to the middle. Here's Evans. No luck. Some solid defense from Knight, and they'd love to cut this deficit down to single digits.
This game's still very much up in the air. I mean, this is where you start to separate the men from the boys and where heroes are born.
And one team looking to ice the win, the other hoping to force OT. I think right now you lean on your stars and get the ball to Freak every chance you get to try and come away here with the title.
And it's good. Assisting on the play was Brooks.
You know, no time wasted getting that ball up the floor for the uncontested finish.
Hawkins with it. He feeds it to Evans. Over to the wing. Here's Decker. No good again that time.
I still can't believe that one didn't fall.
And the shot is good. The Badger lead has been cut down to just 4 points with a bucket from Flash.
And when they desperately needed to get things turned around, they were able to rally and get back into it.
And Greg, it was really their defense just as much as their offense that served as the real catalyst, and I think it allowed them to put that run together.
Ellis is checked in for Michigan. Jones comes in for Knight, and the foul called on Freak. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Here's Hawkins. An easy layup after coming off the pick.
Give an assist there, not for the pass, but for the solid screen set on the inside that freed him up and made the layup possible.
He was all alone on that one. 12 points for Brooks.
They're on track here in the second half after their less than impressive first half. And I think they came out with some tired legs to start. But they've turned it around. They found some energy, and they look a lot more active and engaged.
Brooks against Hill. He kicks it to Kaminsky. Good. The assist goes to Hill. And Wisconsin leads by 5.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
Flash passes to Brooks. Rebounded by Kaminsky.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
They set the pick. Hill kicks to Evans. 11 feet away and all around the rim that time before dropping in. And now a 7-point Badger lead.
It's going to take something special for them to come back now.
Well, I would say something special and some luck as well, or good fortune, however you want to phrase it.
I mean, he was great in his last game, Clark, and clearly he has not lost that love and feeling.
And no good this time on the 1-1. Three-pointer, Brooks. It's hauled in by Hawkins. And now we've got the intentional foul. And that misses. And
They needed it, Greg, and he gave it to him.
And they go to the intentional foul.
Yeah, you can't let him hold the ball and just milk those last seconds away.
No, you got to foul. I mean, it's going to come down to free throws here. Foul right away.
So he gets them both, and it's a 4-point ball game.
And those free throws will mean a ton now. It makes it a 2-possession game. Time running low here.
A quick score, Greg, and then probably foul him right away.
It's money from deep.
And they clearly are just destroying this group right now from the three-point line.
Yeah, and the defense knows it. I mean, they are fully stretched out trying to stop the three-point shot and still haven't been able to do it.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 2. And so both free throws are good, and it's a 3-point game.
That last free throw was critical. Their only choice now is to go for the 3 to tie.
And a chance here to send it to overtime.
Got to see the 3 and be the 3 if that's going to happen.
Wow, what a special performance this guy's putting on from long range.
Well, that has been his shot today. No ifs, ands, or buts about it.
Five seconds left here in the second half. Got it up in time. Count it!
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And I'd be interested to know just how many of these attempts have come from inside of 5 feet.
So it's Wisconsin picking up the win. Such a special moment for these kids. All the hard work they put in, all the pressure, Greg, they've been under all tournament long. This is pure